In 1965, after Carroll Shelby had met his allotment of GT350s for Ford Motor Company, he was looking for another customer. With some help from folks at Ford Motor Company, he was able to ink a deal with Hertz, the rental car company. Hertz would order 100 special edition Shelby GT350s. That order of 100 would soon become 200, and eventually it would become 1,003. That includes 2 prototypes. These were called Shelby GT350Hs. Hertz wanted to promote their Hertz Sports Club. What that meant, if you were over the age of 25, you could rent a 306 horsepower Shelby GT350H for $17 a day and 17 cents a mile. 1966 was far from the last time that Carroll Shelby or his company would work with Hertz Rent-A-Car. In today's video, we're going to take a look at all of Hertz Rent-A-Racers. The 1966 Shelby GT350H was almost mechanically identical to the 66 Shelby GT350. It was a fastback Mustang. It was powered by the Windsor 289 cubic inch Hypo K-Code V8 engine. It was modified with a 4-barrel 725 CFM carburetor on a high-rise intake that produced 306 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and put down 329 pound-feet of torque at 4,200 RPM. It had a 9-inch live rear axle, a modified Shelby suspension, the special rear quarter windows, hood, functional rear brake ducts, and the dash-mounted tack were all present. One of the main differences was most of the GT350Hs came with a factory automatic transmission. However, there were 86 manuals built, and all received Magnum 500 rims with special Hertz gold centers. GT350Hs displayed a few cosmetic differences. There are reports of a few Wimbledon white cars with blue striping, however most were painted raven black. Additional colors included candy apple red, ivy green, and sapphire blue, all those cars with gold Le Mans striping and side striping. The Hertz Rent-A-Racer program was a success initially, but repair expenses quickly became too high. It's said that some customers would take their GT350Hs for a weekend of amateur racing or to the drag strip and just drive it like they stole it or, in this case, rented it. There are also rumors of customers renting a Shelby GT350H for the weekend and performing an engine swap. Issues like these ate into the profitability of the program, and Hertz discontinued it at the end of 1966.
That's what I call a rental car.
For the next Shelby-Hertz collaboration, we have to jump 40 years into the future to August of 2006, when Hertz announced that they will once again be working with Shelby. This time, the Hertz rental car would be based off a 2006 Shelby GT, and it would be called the Shelby GTH. 500 Shelby GTHs would be built, but built to Hertz rental requirements. This car would be based off a 2006 Mustang GT, but modified by Shelby. All GTHs would be painted black with gold Le Mans stripes, along with the gold side striping along the rocker panel. A Hertz plaque was added to the lower front fender, and a non-functional brake cooling scoop was added to the front of the rear quarter panel. The front of the car featured a billet aluminum grille and a Shelby-specific vented composite hood with hood pins. The rear of the GTH had Shelby's name in chrome letters spelled out across the deck lid, but unlike the Shelby GT, the GTH featured a rear spoiler. This car would feature a Shelby-modified 319 horsepower 4.6-liter double overhead cam modular V8. Ford Racing Performance Group provided Shelby its VR1 power pack to add 25 horsepower to the existing Mustang GT powertrain with an additional 10 pound-feet of torque. The package included a dual 90mm throttle body, a cold air intake, a new exhaust featuring an X-pipe, and Ford Racing GTA axle back mufflers. All of the Hertz cars would be equipped with the 5-speed automatic transmission and have a final drive ratio of 3.55 to 1. The Ford Shelby GTH also featured the Ford Racing Handling Pack, which included specially tuned dampeners, lowering springs, sway bars, and a strut tower brace. The GTH returned in 2007 with the exact same specs, however this time as a convertible. It was fitted with a custom roll bar that was lighted from the rear. Once again, 500 cars would be built. For the next Shelby Hertz collaboration, we have to fast forward to 2016, when Ford, Shelby, and Hertz released the 2016 Shelby GTH. There were only 171 copies of this car built, and these two were painted black with gold Le Mans stripes and lower rocker panel stripes. This car was based on the 435 horsepower 5.0 liter Mustang GT with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Its engine performance, unlike the Hertz cars that came before it, were in line with the Mustang GT. Shelby did add a performance pack catback exhaust, a Ford Racing Handling package with lowering springs, new dampeners, anti-roll bars, 19-inch staggered width wheels, and carbon fiber front and rear spoilers. All of these items were available through Ford's performance parts catalog. Most of the Shelby adds to this car were cosmetic. Touches included the Shelby hood, grille, various GTH Shelby branded badges, door sill plates, embroidered seats, floor mats, and engine dress-up items being the only GTH specific components. In 2019, Shelby released 300 of the Shelby GTH Heritage package cars that were available in black or white, both with gold stripes. However, these were not rental cars available through Hertz and only offered for sale through Shelby authorized dealers. I do not feel that these qualify for this video, however I didn't want to omit them either. In 2022, Hertz once again reached out to Shelby to partner on a limited supply of rental cars for their fleet, both naturally aspirated and this time supercharged. This was part of a 3-year agreement between the two companies that started in 2022 and ended in 2024. We'll start with the most powerful rental car ever offered to the general public, and that was the 950 horsepower GT500H. Shelby started with a Shelby GT500KR that was either black or white, added the signature Hertz gold Le Mans striping and lower rocker stripes. Some of the performance items added included staggered forged wheels with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, 305/30ZR20 front and 315/30ZR20 rears, a spoiler and gurney flap borrowed from the Mach 1, and a carbon fiber hood co-developed with Ford that shaved 30 pounds off the car's weight while extracting more heat and reducing lift. The 5.2-liter V8 engine was modified with a larger 3.8-liter supercharger sourced from Whipple. Shelby added a larger throttle body. The intercooler and cooling circuits for the supercharger were said to have been revised, and the fuel injectors were upgraded. A Borla exhaust was added, and the car received a custom tune. These modifications returned 950 horsepower and 635 pound-feet of torque. This was mated to a 7-speed automatic transmission. Cosmetically, Shelby added embroidered seat coverings, floor mats, a dash plaque, Hertz badges, and a Shelby engine dress-up package. Road and Track recorded a 0 to 60 time in 3.4 seconds and crossed the quarter mile in 11.3 seconds at 132 miles per hour. The top speed was listed at 180 miles per hour. Only 25 of these cars were built for the 2022 production run. The naturally aspirated Shelby GTH was more in line with the 2016 Shelby GTH, that being it was more of a dressed-up Mustang GT. That stated, a few were fitted with a supercharger kit which brought the advertised horsepower up to 850. The 2022 Ford Shelby GTH came as a fastback Orson convertible and was powered by the 450 horsepower 5.0-liter V8 and came with Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission. Shelby America added a Borla catback performance exhaust, staggered 20-inch wheels with Michelin all-season tires. It was also fitted with the unique Shelby designed deep draw hood, upper grille, fascia winglets, a taillight panel, Shelby door sills, badges, embroidered seats, and floor mats. These were available in multiple colors, including black, white, red, and gray. All came with the signature gold Le Mans stripe and rocker panel striping. 500 of these cars were built for the 2022 production run. Finding production numbers for either the GTH or the GT500H after the first year of production was impossible. I just couldn't find them. I did find a Hertz Shelby for 2023, but that would be the Mach-E GT SUV. And as we all know, that's not really a Mustang, so I didn't want to include that in this video. I put this video out today because it might apply to you. Hertz now has the 2022 GTHs and GT500Hs on their website for sale. You can pick one of these things up. I'm not going to tell you they're cheap. The GTHs are right around $40,000. The GT500Hs run around $145,000. That's a little out of my price range, although I'd love to have one. If you like this video, please click the like button. That helps YouTube recommend it to other viewers. Also consider subscribing. I have a lot of content like this on the channel. This video over here covers the 2007 and 2008 Shelby GTs. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Till next time, we'll see you.